The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Do the Jets have real hope going forward? We'll talk with someone who's normally very opportunistic, normally very optimistic is the word, are the New York Jets. I'm optimistic about the Knicks. Holy hell. We got a lot to talk about. It's the Jake Asman Show. PK from Badlands joins me. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Happy Friday, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show presented by PrizePicks. We have a lot to talk about today on the show. Make sure you click the like button and you are subscribed to the channel. Reminder, if you ever miss any of the show, it is indeed available in audio form wherever you get your podcast on Apple or Spotify. Just search Jake Asman Show on either platform, and you can listen to anything you miss live on YouTube every day at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. We say hello right now to a guy who loves what the Jets did in the NFL draft. I think for the most part, he's optimistic about the team. Let's say hello to PK from Badlands. Paul, how are we feeling on a Friday where the New York Jets had a successful draft last week?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Every time I get on your show, the production value is increased. The draft montage at the front there was really nice with all the little clips of the calls. The calls are a little painful. I wish that they would keep that to like just the guys who need to talk to the players when they're calling.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
You don't like Woody Johnson yelling and screaming and saying weird and awkward things?
Dude, you are a New York Jet. I've never heard him do that before, and he did it to like every player this year. It's painful. It's painful. But yeah, man, pretty good draft all in all. It was a weird kind of up and down where I think, depending on who you wanted, I guess you were either really happy with Bailey. I was expecting Reece. And it's not so much that I wanted Reece the player so badly, but it was just like I was expecting it. I'd kind of gotten myself there. And so the surprise early, and then Sadiq was another surprise, I think. And then it stabilized with Cooper and Pons. And then we get into Funky Town again, doing weird stuff in the fourth round. And then it kind of settled at the back nicely again. So Meek said this a couple weeks ago. If you had just been given a sheet of paper with like, here's all the Jets draft picks, you probably would have felt really good about it. But the actual experience of sitting through all of it was a little rocky, I think. But here we are. We're a week later. I think everybody's talking them to a place of reasonability with Bailey. I don't know if that's going to happen with Cade Klubnik. I just don't think it is. And hopefully it's not a conversation that needs to keep happening. Hopefully it's a conversation we just have now during draft season, and then it's like we never really think about this again. But yeah, man, I do feel positive. I will say, being in this little world with you guys and the Badlands guys, and everybody else that's doing this with Jets content has kind of tempered my optimism a little bit. Like I think I need to be more measured about what I say a little bit because I got a little over my skis last year, and so. I think I'm changing, maybe for the good. We'll see. I don't know.
Wow, you're changing for the good and toning down the optimism. No, that's your niche. You have to be opportunity. I keep saying opportunist. You have to be. You have to have that optimism for your team. I love it because I used to be called a homer, and now I've just been, I guess, beaten down so much that they say I'm too negative. So I guess things change over time. I'm curious because I was thinking about this watching the draft in real time. You were a Ruben Bain guy. What do you think the Jets would have done if Tampa didn't take him at 15 and Bain was on the board at 16?
I'll tell you, I was thinking about it. Like I was sitting there on our stream being like, oh my God, are they going to be in a position where they have to say no to this? I do believe they would have done what they did anyway and taken Sadiq and then tried to trade back in for Cooper. I don't think they would have pulled the trigger on it at that point. Because they got, and if they had taken Reese first, maybe that changes the math a little bit, because maybe then you think, oh, wait a minute, we can get an edge and we can put Reese at linebacker. Like, that kind of changes our calculus. Maybe we can do this. But the fact that they took Bailey, even though he's a different kind of edge rusher than Bain, I just think it probably would have eliminated that opinion. But I'll tell you, man, if I was on the Buttons, I don't know if I would have been able to say no to it.
I mean, it'd be tough to find people criticizing that just based on value. You do wonder, do they still end up making the Omar Cooper trade back up? I think they still probably would. So if their draft class night one was David Bailey, Reuben Bain, and Omar Cooper Jr., I think most Jet fans would still be ecstatic with how things played out.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the draft is already being rated very highly by a lot of the national guys. But in that case, I mean, you're seeing a lot of people say Bain might have been the value pick of the first round. And for him, by the way, to go to a team in Florida, close to home with Todd Bowles, it kind of makes a lot of sense, right? Like, you feel good about the player going to the right place there very much. But yeah, man, I mean, you look at that and you zoom out a little bit and you're like, wait a minute, they got the potential best pure edge rusher in the draft. They got the guy that was rumored to go top 5 for a year and a half. They got guys that were in the national championship. Like, yeah, it was a good draft, but it would have been really good with Bain too. And it would have been fun.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Now, what did you think of just the fact that there's some rumblings of the Jets getting intel that the Bills were going to take Cooper, and that was part of the thought process why the Jets traded back in to make sure they got him, plus Muji referenced the 5th-year option. Because I really think there were a lot of us, I don't think I hated Bailey and Sadiq, but I wasn't in love with it. But once they made the Cooper deal, that kind of sealed night one, and I felt joy I haven't felt in a while rooting for this team, because I love the approach, I love the value, and I just love how Muji navigated all that. What were your thoughts following the deal that they made in real time for Cooper?
Yeah, 100%. So the Bills piece of it, I don't want to say it's the best part, because I don't want to downplay the value of Cooper, the player, being on our team. But like, man, it feels pretty good to do that to the Bills. It feels pretty good. Now, I will say them taking a UConn guy, Skylar Bell, who probably fell way later than he should have fallen in the draft. Like, there's a chance they got a really valuable wide receiver piece there. And it sucks for me, because I was really I was into Skylar Bell, and I thought he's hanging around. I think he got picked at 125 by the Bills. And like, if he's hanging around there, that could be that's a starting wide receiver in the NFL potentially that you got in the 4th round there. And so that dampens it a little bit, but it just feels good to take one from the Bills. It's been 15 years since we've really taken anything from them on the field other than a random regular season win here and there. So that was good. And I totally agree with you on the sequencing of the Sadiq and Cooper picks. Like I said, the sitting through the draft was hard because Bailey was unexpected, Sadiq was unexpected, and you felt like they didn't do what you were asking them to do, which was like, go get this and then go get a wide receiver. But the trade back for Cooper makes it all kind of fit into place, and it puts you in a position where you're like, man, Muji actually really navigated this really well, because Sadiq wouldn't have been there at 30. Cooper was there at 30, and he managed to walk away with both of them. And so, like, really, really good on Muji to be able to see what was happening and navigate it the right way.
Well, you made a great point, just like dealing with it in real time, because at 16, Mekhi Levin's there, Omar Cooper's there, and I know I wanted the receiver, and I was never anti-Sadiq as a player. Like, if the Ravens picked him, if the Chiefs picked him, it'd be like, oh yeah, the guy's going to be awesome, no doubt. It's just, well, can the Jets be the team that could take the tight end of the 1st round and have the great offensive scheme to maximize the guy's strengths? And I still have questions about this coaching staff and Frank Reich and all that, but I feel a lot better about them being able to figure it out, knowing they still ended up getting a 1st-round wide receiver in Omar Cooper Jr.
100%. And I think, and I'll kick this question back to you, like, do you think that having drafted Mason Taylor last year and having Jeremy Rucker, on his short extension, so you have 2 kind of more traditional tight ends already, do you think that makes the Sadiq pick even better? Because you're not going to just be like, hey, you're our tight end, go do tight end shit. excuse me.
You're fine. A lot worse has been said on this show.
You can put him in a position where you're like, hey, we have a solid blocking tight end, and we have kind of the dual threat tight end already. That frees you to do other things. So I feel like the Taylor pick last year, especially, almost makes that pick a little bit better. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great point, because I feel like you can't take Sadiq unless you clearly have a real plan for him, because the pushback from some you'd think in the building would be, well, we already took Mason Taylor. So Frank Reich, for example, how do you plan to utilize Kenyon Sadiq and our tight end we took in the second round? And I think it also just kind of shows you the NFL has really evolved where tight ends, it's not a premium position. We're not at that point yet, but it's becoming more important than ever, given the different matchups you're trying to get against the defense and how the defense is trying to counter the passing attack. Like the tight end is such a weapon in today's NFL, just because if you have a really athletic, a really good one, it's really tough to match up with those guys.
Yeah, for sure. And you saw that crazy run on tight ends I think that was in the third round, and Jacksonville way overdrafted the one guy. But yeah, I think some other people felt pretty good about that. And yeah, the tight end is an intriguing position. It feels like the NFL has struggled to properly value tight ends for a long time. Like, they get weird free agent contracts, they move around a lot. And it seems like the NFL might be at an inflection point. I don't know if they're getting it right now, but they're at least changing the way they look at it. And that's positive progression from what it has been. So yeah, it's an interesting time for tight ends right now.
If you're watching this live, hit the like button. We're talking with PK, part of the Badlands Network. Him and Meigs do a great job with Jetheads. That comes out every week on the Badlands Patreon feed, so check that out if you haven't already. If you guys have a question, write it in. Super Chats will cut the line. And I got to mention our giveaway today. Today's the championship for Asmaniac Madness in the afternoon. We got Gary 3D Boxing, and we have Chef Kevin. So that's this afternoon. So in honor of that, Football Friday, first day of May, Knicks on their way to the second round. How about this for a giveaway? A signed end zone by Wayne Corbett. First time I've ever raffled away a prize like this. We've done helmets, we've done jerseys, we've done footballs, but never a pylon. An end zone pylon signed by one of the greatest Jets ever, number 80, Wayne Corbett, will be raffled away at the end of our shows. So gift a membership for your chance to win. And when you do that, you'll be entered in our weekly raffle, which I'm targeting for this upcoming Monday, because I think we're going to take the weekend off from shows. Joe Klecko signed football, Vinny Testaverde signed jersey, Garrett Wilson framed jersey plaque, Braylon Allen signed jersey, and a CJ Mosley signed jersey. So 5 weekly prizes, and this one at the end of our shows today, a Wayne Corbett signed end zone pylon. Comments, questions, super chats, they'll cut the line. PK, when we get to night 2 and they take D'Angelo Pons, I think most of us knew the Jets really liked the player. I didn't think he'd be there at 50. So what was your reaction on the stream when they took Pons?
Didn't think he would be there at 50 either. I thought he was in play at 33 potentially originally. And so, yeah, I am not a believer that they were after Rodriguez at 44. He doesn't feel like the right fit for this defense and for what they're trying to do. I think now that could be all nonsense because they ended up not taking a linebacker anyway. So we don't really know what the prototype linebacker looks like for this defense. But I have a suspicion that they want bigger, heavier linebackers, and I don't think Rodriguez fit there. So I don't believe that that's what they were after at 44, and that's why they slid back. I think that, again, Muji saw the board pretty well and was like, hey, I actually think we might be able to recoup something, and we might be able to give us some flexibility for later and go back and get Pons. And, this has been said many, many times already, so I can't really credit this to myself as an original thought, but if Pons is 2 inches taller, he's probably a first-round pick, and he's probably up there with, Delaney and some of the other corners that went earlier than him, and probably being thought of as one of the top 3, if not top 2 corners in the draft. And so you cannot find a bad word written about this player anywhere except in relation to his physical stature. And as a shorter man myself, that's something I can get behind. Right. And so everybody lauds his personality, his dog mentality, and the fact that, you can get a player now who under recruited, didn't really get brought to a big school, goes to JMU, follows Signetti to Indiana. he had the chip on his shoulder is permanent. It's installed there. It's never leaving. And so anytime you can bring that mentality to a team who I think you and I have been complaining about for a long time does not have that. They don't have players who fight that way. If nothing else, it's an infusion of a personality that you feel really good about. And if the physical limitations catch up to him in the NFL, I think you're still getting something out of him because of what he brings with his brain. And so, no, I did not think he was going to be there at 50. I can't believe the NFL let him get to 50. And good on the Jets for doing the right thing and not being scared and being like, this is a good player. Let's just take him.
Do you think he starts right away?
Yes. I think the coaching staff is going to be more beholden to him than they are to an expiring contract in Brandon Stevens, a third-round pick in AZ Thomas, who I think they all really like and they feel good about, but he's a third-round pick, and he had some injury troubles last year. A seventh-round pick that you traded for Jarvis Brownlee, a vet minimum contract in Nashawn Wright. Like, there's no investment in these other guys as much as there is in Pons. And I don't get the sense that this is a coaching staff that's going to try to protect rookies the way that we got frustrated with the Saleh regime sometimes. Like, do you remember Garrett Wilson's first game? He played just like 15% of the snaps, and we were all like, hey guys, do you want to put your first round wide receiver on the field? And then he comes on the field against Cleveland and he wins the game with 2 touchdowns in that Joe Flacco game. And it was like, why are we doing this? They played Will McDonald 12% of the snaps his rookie year. And look, that was a crowded edge room, but still, that's your first round pick. Like, we'd like to see him on the field, please.
What do you think the expectations are for David Bailey then, just going off that? Because obviously it's a little different. Will McDonald was in the mid-round. David Bailey's the number 2 pick in the draft on a team that won 3 games last year. But, he needs to play, 55, 60% of the snaps right away. Like, I don't care if he's not that good against the run. Like, let him get the reps. Like David Bailey needs to be out there. We can't have him be a pass rush specialist as a rookie when he's the number 2 pick in the draft.
100% agree with you. And if he doesn't, we riot. Like, I think it's as simple as that. Like, and I've been defensive of the coaching staff because I think that with Aaron Glenn, there's a slow burn element. I think you saw it in New Orleans. You saw it in Detroit with the units that he ran there, where whatever he's doing, whatever his superpower is, to borrow your phrase, it takes a little while to get in the brains and to work its way through the systems of the players and the team. And so I do want to see them have at least this whole season and get a little bit of time for that to work. But you got to play your rookies, man. Like, we're not, and crazy things in the NFL happen, but nobody's thinking that this is a playoff team. So just go, man. Like, just go. Get these guys on the field and let's see what we got, because you got a whole lot of picks next year. So if you missed on any of them, we need to know, because we need to restock.
Let's get to day 3. Cade Klubnik, of course, the most notable pick they made. Someone said yesterday on my stream that you guys were freaking out in real time when this pick was made. So I haven't gone back and watched it. So 1, is that true? And then 2, now that, it's been almost a week since they made this selection, give me your thoughts on Cade Klubnik being a New York Jet.
So I'll give you a little bit of lore background here. So Meegs and I, during last season, did a college quarterback roundup every week because we thought we were probably going to be in a position to take a quarterback. And so we were reviewing the top 5 to 7 guys every week and what their performance was. Probably about week 2 or 3 of the NCAA season last year, Meegs was like, I don't want to talk about Cade Klubnik anymore. Take him off this list. I'm not willing to talk about him. He sucks. I've had enough. I've seen enough. Now, fast forward, we do the draft guide. Meegs draws Cade Klubnik to watch the tape for. So Meegs writes up the scouting report. He does all that. And it reinforces everything he thought. He's like, I watched the tape again. I hate Cade Klubnik. This is not an NFL player. He shouldn't be picked in the draft. So we're on the stream and we've made the decision collectively that we are not going to spoil the picks. We're not going to look at Twitter. We're going to wait for it on our TV and then we're going to react to it. And Meegs at some point looks down at his phone and he like melts down. And everybody's like, don't spoil the pick. Don't spoil the pick. And I know Meegs because he's my partner. And so like I saw his face and I was like, dude, it's Cade Klubnik, isn't it? And he just like generational crash out. He lost his mind. And I think we all kind of did a little bit, mostly because of the trade up. We weren't supposed to be on the clock. It came out of nowhere. And yeah, so I'll clip the video for you and I'll text it to you later to show you, so you don't have to wait through the whole stream. But yeah, man, it was not good. Look, as far as the player goes, I have to be honest here. When I was talking about Garrett Nussmeier, I was saying, if all you're asking Garrett Nussmeier to do is be a backup quarterback, that's fine. It changes the math on how you're viewing that pick in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, whenever. And Garrett Nussmeier didn't end up going until the 7th. Side note, it's kind of funny that he might take Justin Fields' job, but regardless, we were wrong about Garrett Nussmeier. He went in the 7th round. The NFL didn't value him the same way that we did. Fine.
I think there was some injury stuff too. Clearly.
Yeah, the cyst on his spine and all that. People must have thought that was worse than it is, or that's worse than we knew. And so it would be unfair for me to evaluate Nussmeier that way and then get all over Cade Klubnik and say, this is not an NFL quarterback, right? Because we're asking the same thing of him. He's a backup quarterback. I don't think there's any plans for him to be the future quarterback of the Jets. But that being said, you watch the tape, and this is a player who's been very hyped for a very long time. He was a big recruit coming out of high school. And just for 4 years at Clemson, like, it just never really came through. Everybody's quick to tell you, the people who are going to be very positive about every draft pick, which I have been in the past, so I get it. They're going to be very quick to tell you, look at his 24 tape. And I will tell you that the 24 numbers look okay. Like, I think he had like 26 touchdowns and 6 interceptions or something.
36. We did a 2024 tape review with me and Joe Blewett on the show the other day. And Joe said it's clearly a lot better, but there's still some clear things that would cause you to have some concern with him ever being a viable long-term starter.
Yeah, so the biggest difference, I think, is the confidence. And he played with confidence in 24. That's true. But the errors he was making were still very much the same. And so you take kind of the flawed player that isn't a finished product yet, and then whatever happened in 25, now you take his confidence away, and it looked bad. And it looked, to me, that the thing that keeps jumping off the film to me is it looks like Zach Wilson. He's running he's running backwards in the pocket. He's taking horrible sacks.
Same number.
Yeah. He's throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs into the flat that are 2 feet over the receiver's head. Like, it all the same little hallmarks of Zach Wilson. And that, for a Jets fan, that's poison. That scares me. So, like, I'm running in the other direction from this. I hope it's not something that we have to see. But to get back to my original point, if all we're asking him to do is be a backup quarterback, and if he can enter it with that mentality of like, I need to learn the offense, I need to study, I need to be ready for if and when I do get called into action, cool. I don't want to get all over the kid. And obviously I'm rooting for him to succeed. It just scares me. That's all.
I think that's all fair. Now, let me ask you this. I want him just to be QB2, have him, Bailey Zappi compete, and let's call it a day. It'll be rigged for Klubnik to win it. Or if Zappi starts the year as the second quarterback, if Geno actually does go down or the Jets are out of it, I don't think they'd go to Zappi. I think they'd go to Klubnik at that point. That's what I want to do. I have no interest in Russell Wilson or bringing back Tyra. This team's not trying to contend this year. Like, this is not with Rodgers where you clearly needed to have a legit backup because that team was ready to win. I don't see the point in bringing in a different quarterback. I want, if we're out of it or Geno gets hurt, I want to give Klubnik a chance to play, so at least I can form some sort of evaluation on him before I have 3 first-round picks in 2027. What are your thoughts on the QB room in general now going forward?
I see your point. I don't know if I'm there yet with you. I definitely don't want Russell Wilson. That I'll say easily, hands down. Like, Russell Wilson goes into, I think I was on your show towards the end of the season, and we were talking about like Kyler Murray, and that was like a hard no for me. And there was another one out there that I was just a hard no on. Russell Wilson's in that same category. Like, that's just a person that I don't want associated with my team ever.
Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You got to have a thought process of being unlimited.
You don't want that?
Do you have the diarrhea poop video queued up somewhere too?
I might have to pull that. I mean, did you see the clip of him at Yankee Stadium last week? He played for the Savannah Bananas. I thought this was AI edited.
Dude,
like,
he looked like somebody's fat uncle.
Oh, I did not realize this was real. Like, this is a real video of Russell Wilson in the year 2026. Like, he can't play quarterback anymore. Like, look at him. And then you'll see after he takes this cut here, him running down the line. How is this guy going to be a viable backup for any team in the league? He should go play in the UFL if he wants to keep playing. I don't even know if they would take him. Like, he was awful last year with the Giants. I know he had that great game against Dallas, but my grandma could have thrown for 400 yards against that Cowboys defense. That was it. And then Dable couldn't wait to bench him, 2 weeks later after he had that terrible game against Kansas City. So I just, look at this. I thought this was AI edited.
Me too. My gut reaction when I first saw that video was, is this real? That was the first thing I thought. He looks like he's got like Mike McCarthy's body. And yeah, he also like, I don't think he has a reputation of being a good guy who's willing to help. Right. And it's not that Geno needs mentoring anymore. Geno's in his 30s. We're fine. We don't need the young quarterback mentor. But like, I just don't think he's like a hold the clipboard and help guy. So I guess what you're asking of Russell Wilson, if you bring him here, is to help teach Cade Klubnik how to watch the NFL game and how to learn from the NFL game. And I don't know if there's value in that to me. I saw a tweet the other day that was like, this whole myth about Russell Wilson falling off a cliff is not true. And they just listed out his stats from like his last year in Denver, his year in Pittsburgh, his year with the Giants, and like the stats from each one. And the stats don't tell the whole story there. Like that on tape, it didn't look right. It didn't look the same. And look, I respect Geno for being like, this is a person who mentored me and helped me become a starting quarterback in the NFL and trying to get him a job. But I also don't think that Geno Smith should be having personnel input on this team. And so none of that interests me. As far as like your greater question, I don't know if I'm ready to say I want Cade Klubnik to be QB2. If you tell me it's Bailey Zappi, I probably don't feel great about it, but I'm like, this is at least a person who's taken NFL snaps before.
He's won some games before too. Like, you look at his numbers, it's not as bad as what people think. Like, you hear the name Bailey Zappi. Like, he had some moments in New England where he actually looked like a competent player.
He did. And it was in New England. So part of that, like, New England players have always been hard to evaluate outside of New England because of whatever they had going on up there at the time. Various different cheating scandals and all kinds of other things going on. Always
there's some real cheating scandals going on there now.
Exactly. It's just the latest chapter. So yeah, I think right now I'm team go get a veteran and not Russell Wilson. Cooper Rush doesn't excite me very much. Tyrod would, but again, like with Tyrod, he's going to get hurt too. So if Geno really does get hurt and Tyrod comes in, like, he's going to get hurt too. And now you need a QB3 also. So it almost kind of creates another problem when you bring Tyrod back. But I just don't want to go into tank mode like we did with Brady Cook last year, where nothing can be evaluated, nobody's producing, and we are, scoring 3 points a game, and it's painful to watch. Like, I don't know if I can sit through that again. And so if it were me, I'd probably want to bring in a veteran of some kind.
PK from Badlands with us here. A few minutes left with him. So if you guys have a question, write it in. And if you're just joining us, epic giveaway today. For the first time ever, we're giving away a signed end zone pylon. Bought this from Pristine Auctions last week. I'm excited for someone to win it. It is a signed Wayne Crabette end zone pylon, but you got to be in it to win it. David is the first to enter our raffle this morning on the show. He gifted 5 channel memberships. Hit the Jet chant. Let's go. David, thank you very much. If you got a membership from David, make sure you say thank you. Here are the 5 people who are now channel members: Uptown 357, Payback 34, Joey R12, James Crow, and Carl Duncan, all receiving a gifted membership there from David's 5114. In terms now of the rest of the Jets offseason, if you will, before, we get the training camp, a lot of talk now about Breece Hall's contract situation. Darren Muji saying they're going to revisit that now after the draft has concluded. Your thoughts on Breece's future? Do they get a deal done with Breece Hall?
If you're asking me to make a call, I don't think so. I think he plays on the tag. I know a lot of people feel very And I know certainly like the Badlands crew feels like it's a 3-year deal incoming at some point. I just don't know if I believe that Breece wants to be here for another 3 years. And frankly, if a player does not want to be here, I think I'm okay with them not being here. So play on the tag, cool. And I guess we'll make plans otherwise. It's a complicated relationship between Jets fans and Breece Hall, because for so long it's been, there's this core deep belief that he is this uber talented running back. And I'm there. Like, I believe that. I think he has it all in him. But there's a piece missing somewhere. And it's really hard to put your finger on what's missing. You could say that you could blame the team for sure. You could say they haven't used him appropriately. You could say that every offensive coach who has come through these doors has said, we're going to be the ones to unlock it. We're going to figure out how to do it. We're going to split him out wide. We're going to do all these crazy things. And it just has never materialized. And so in the absence of knowing what that missing piece is, and whether it's on his side or on the team side, or maybe it's a little bit of both, the truth is probably usually somewhere in the middle. If the player doesn't want to be here, I'm okay with moving on. Now, if he does want to be here and he does sign the contract, okay, cool, we're back. Like, I'll strap in, I'll put the seatbelt back on, and like, let's see if we can make it work with you. But as it stands currently, I do not believe that he signs the long term. I think he's negotiating it, and I think he's going to see, hey, are these guys going to pay me enough that I can get over whatever I feel about the team? Cool. But I don't think the Jets are going to go to that number. And I don't think that without the Jets going to that number, he signs the deal. Like, I don't think he signs the reasonable 3-year contract. And so I think how this ends is he probably plays on the tag, and either if the season is in flames by week 8, they trade him, or we just go into next year and then we're talking about, do we do another tag, or are we just going to let him walk? And they have a lot of capital in next year's draft, and you can get running backs anywhere. So.
Well, that's really the question. Do the Jets want to deal with the potential storyline distraction of, we don't get a deal done with this guy and we're not good? Then it becomes, is he disgruntled in the locker room? Do we trade him at the deadline? If you pay him, you would think he'd be bought in. Like, after the Jets paid Garrett Wilson, you haven't seen him complain once about anything. In fact, he's stuck his head out there trying to defend the Jets at times when he can. So that's the question. I understand why you and many say, I'm not sure if he wants to be here or not, because like, that's just kind of like just the vibes you get with Breece. Some of that is just like maybe his personality, and he's only known just losing since he's been here too. Like, that's part of, like, I don't know if Breece hates being a Jet. I think he hates losing every year. Like, I think he sees all these guys around the league that are in winning situations, and like, I think Breece is a better running back than Kenneth Walker, but Kenneth Walker is thought of so differently because he was on the Seahawks and was Super Bowl MVP. Like, I think that's all part of the thing with Breece Hall.
Yeah, totally. And I do feel for the guy. I'm not downplaying it like, hey man, like, you should just put on a happy face. Like, think about it. Like, anybody who works a normal job, like you and I, right? Like, if you go to the office every day and it's just like, you're not winning and nothing's getting done, and like, you're just gonna be like, man, like, maybe should I leave? Should I go get a job somewhere else? And so I always try to like relate it to real life situations like that. I do feel for him. But at a certain point, like, you just wonder, has it passed its time here? And is it better for everybody if he goes? And so, look, if he can snap it in, and we can get to the point where the vibes, like to borrow your words, because it's very much like the vibes are, he doesn't want to be here. So if the vibes can change, I'm all in on trying to continue to invest in him and giving him the 3-year running back contract that's top of the market. And like, I'm good with all that, but something's got to change on the team side and on his side. Like, the team has to start winning. They have to start using him better. And I'd like to see less vibe nonsense.
I think that's totally fair. Super chats cut the line. This one is from Spencer Green, who says, have you seen the Inez video this morning? I don't know if you know this, PK, but if the Jets need another wide receiver this year, maybe they throw Inez Cooper out there. I mean, he's got some hands, man. Forget being a 6th round offensive guard. I mean, this guy could go up there and make plays.
Wow, I had not seen that yet. It's shades of Jumbo Elliott in the end zone against the Dolphins. I think, man, this kid is this is the second viral video now where I think he's going to really endear himself to fans. Now, when he gets on the field, if he's a if he's a penalty machine. The rap on him is he's like John Simpson, but with less penalties. So I don't think he's going to be that. But you know, he's probably not ready for prime time to be an every down guard just yet. But the physical stature of him and the meanness of him and the trash talk from the first viral video and now this viral video, like, he's got a chance to be an offensive lineman fan favorite, which is hard to do. And so I'm excited about Ines Cooper.
HXC Dude checks in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, HX. He goes, I understand the concerns with Klubnik, but he also wasn't the number 2 overall pick. So comparing him to Zach Wilson is unfair. Extremely different circumstances here.
It is a fair comment. But I want to, maybe I should qualify my comparison. My comparison to Zach is not necessarily the expectations. My comparison to Zach is just like what I saw with my eyes. Like, I watched him and I was like, my God, that looks like Zach Wilson. And I think potentially if you put Cade Klubnik at BYU playing against BYU opponents, he might be the number 2 overall pick, right? And so, like, he was thought of as a top 5 pick at one point. Again, top recruit out of high school. Like, this was somebody who had like manifest destiny, top 10 quarterback pick in the NFL, written all over him for years, and it just never materialized. And so while Zach was a guy who kind of came out of nowhere, had a COVID year against weak schedule, and then vaulted himself into that number 2, Cade Klubnik is kind of the opposite, where he was always supposed to be there, and then he kind of played himself out of that. But as far as a player goes and what you're seeing on the field, I do think they're similar. Maybe it's not a fair comparison, but I just see it.
Lou B with a super chat. What player do you think will get the number 1 jersey? Didn't I see some rumblings that Azareye'h Thomas might be changing his number to rock the number 1, which is going to confuse a lot of people who don't pay attention to the Jets year round, like you and I do, and many watching my show right now. That Sauce is back on the Jets. What?
Yeah, especially if he throws the visor on and he gets some of the other, like the armband swag going on, he might look exactly the same. I did hear that about AZ Thomas. I would think that Pons would fit it well too, but Pons should probably wear 31 if David Bailey's not wearing 31.
Well, that's the thing. Who wears 31? Bailey wants to just keep doing what he did in college, the no gloves, the old school look. He should be 31. Pons is tricky because he wore 5 in college. Obviously, 5's unavailable with the Jets. I think 25 could be open if he wants to still have 5 in his number.
Go take the Kerry Rhodes jersey. I'll tell you what I want, the biggest jersey opinion I have about the drafted players is I think Sadiq would be a great single 0. I know Braylon Allen has that, but like, who cares? Like, I think Sadiq, like, pay Braylon Allen what you need to.
I do wonder what numbers these guys are going to wear, because fans do care about that, man. I mean, people want to get their jerseys. You want to know. Like, that's a big part of the offseason. What now? The schedule release and the rookie numbers is a big part of this.
Big time. Yeah. Especially like, you know, if you really loved one of these guys in college, you know, I was talking with you before we went on air about the latest NBA mock draft I saw had the Knicks taking 2 UConn players, Taris Reed and Alex Caravan. And what I said when I saw the mock draft was like, if that happens, you'll never see $500 disappear quicker out of my bank account than me getting those 2 jerseys. The only Knicks jersey I currently have in my closet, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, is a Kemba Walker jersey. He played 37 games with the Knicks. Luckily, it's number 8. So when people see it from the front and they say, oh, who's that? I just say it's Sprewell.
That works. That definitely works. I'll tell you what, Kemba, he's from the city, like he's really from the Bronx. Like he was obviously a legend at UConn, so a lot of people know him from the area. I don't think that's a terrible Knicks jersey. I know it didn't work out. He was at the end of his career at that point, but I don't hate that jersey.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never throw it out, but it's a tough one to wear.
PK, I'm sorry that, you know, you have to be a Met fan throughout this, but hopefully you enjoy this next playoff run, and then the Jets could give us a season that doesn't end, you know, by the end of September this year.
Yeah, I that would be nice. Just give me something. I need the Knicks playoff run is fun. Mets and Jets are really my top 2. So like, I would like for something to happen there. And I still like the Knicks. They go as Brunson goes, obviously, but we also get 2 completely different versions of Cat. And like, it almost feels like they kind of go as Cat goes too, right? Like if he turns into the player that the NBA thinks he is, then they roll. But when he gets into that zone where he's a liability, it can get the Knicks into trouble quick. So I'm excited to keep watching this run at least.
I've seen it many times. PK, you're the man. Appreciate you hopping on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Paul Kilgallen from Badlands joining us. Also check out his podcast with Zach Rosenblatt and Tim McAllister, Flight Plan, which is available on the Badlands feed as well. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Wayne Corbett signed End Zone Pylon up for grabs on the show today. You got to be in the raffle for your chance to win. Let's go. Get those entries in, and we'll add you to the list for the weekly raffle as well. Appreciate everyone being here this afternoon. It's our championship round. The finals for Asmaniac Madness. Gary 3D Boxing against Chef Kevin, the 1 seed out of the extraordinary region versus the 7 seed from the inside outside region. It is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen before. Gary, Kevin, who you got? A battle so good. We will do it today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feeling good, baby. Feeling great. Let's go.
Will Chef cook in 3D? Can the boxer knock out the cook?
A message from the Chef Kevin campaign. Well done. Well done by the chef.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. That's coming up this afternoon, 4 p.m. start time. Nick Faria will be the guest for that show. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline to kick off our caller segments is a man who knows what it's like to win Asmaniac Madness. For the last time we say this, our defending champ is on the line.
The only thing better than all them shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Jake, my brother.
Jose, let's go Knicks. I got to get that off my chest immediately.
Dude, I am just like glowing watching the way Cat is playing and how OG's taking over, and Cat is just I don't know, I'm on my Cat shit right now. Him just his vision, the passes he's making, the way he's being aggressive, his defense, he's pinning shit against the backboard, like, you know, good 2-1 comeback series, having everything, especially everything else going on the outside with Boston Game 7. Like, I'm ready.
So good. I'm so glad that Philly forced the Game 7. But if you think about what we watched in that first half, that we could honestly say that was the greatest first half of playoff basketball ever that we will ever see. We will never see one of our teams ever have a more dominant performance in an elimination game than what we saw last night. Just unbelievable.
It was incredible. Just feeling good, man. It's good vibes. I'm glad Mitch is okay. I'm wondering, do you think he's going to get suspended again?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it got to that point.
Good. Because I don't know, man. I'm excited. Knicks, baby. But to my Jets stuff, you know, I feel good too about the Jets, man. How could you? This draft gave us hope. We wanted 4 starters in the first 4 picks. We got it. It was, you know, I'm not going to repeat everything you've said the last couple of days. I feel the exact same way with when Sadiq was picked. You want the receiver. We got Cooper, and it's just like, man, you add D'Angelo Ponds to the mix, and it's just, you know, what a draft. And you know, even the day 3 pick, everyone can keep the Klubnik shit is driving me crazy. I am not sitting here saying that Cade Klubnik is the future, right? But if you go through, like, just from an NFL program, how they run their shit. If you go through the past couple of years of who was drafted on day 2 and day 3, like Meigs, who's losing his mind. I want to go back and see what Meigs said about, Dylan Gabriel, or when people like Jalen Milroe had hype, or, Spencer Rattler had hype, or Levis had hype, or these guys who had hype like going into the draft because they had a more better previous year. You know what I mean? Like this draft we had was special in terms of it was different. We had all the players on the screen last year. Klubnik, Drew Aller, who else got picked? Who went back? Lenore Sellers went back. Archie went back. We had Carson Beck come out. These are all guys that were on the screen for us to draft in the first round last year. And it was a really weird year where none of them were picked in the first round. It was Mendoza.
Well, can I tell you this, Bonesy? You mentioned a bunch of quarterbacks. I'm already focused on a quarterback who won't be eligible to be drafted till 2033.
Now.
The March for Marsh is on.
You're funny, man. Already. That's funny. But long story short, there's so many quarterbacks drafted on day 2 or day 3, and especially go through the 4th round picks. Not last year because it was like Shador in the 5th, but the year prior it was Stetson Bennett, Jake Hadner, Aiden O'Donnell, Dorian Thompson. Who are these guys? Were these guys the people who were like, oh my God, they're gonna, they were first round picks the year prior? No, this is what happens in the 4th round with quarterbacks. People are I get you should be so excited that we had a guy that we've been connections to the year prior. They wanted him. They went and got him. That excites me more than getting mad that we could have got more people in the 4th round. How many 4th round picks hit? Like, people still talking about, especially when I watch like how Meigs, I would love to know Meigs's look on like Sean Clifford or Jaron Hall or all these guys that are drafted in the 4th round by good teams like San Francisco and Green Bay. What were you saying about them? Like, was that a terrible pick? Who are these guys? You don't even know them. Like, it's just 4th round quarterbacks don't have the potential that Klubnik had last year. That's all I'm saying, is that this draft was different, where we had a lot of players who didn't perform. Who cares why? Injury, offensive line hurt. They have excuses, right? All of them have excuses. But they all fell, and it's like, hey, it's a nice dart throw. That's what we need in New York. We need a guy with no pressure. We don't want to draft a guy in the 1st or 2nd round.
It sounds like I need to get Meigs on the show so you could have a rumble with him.
I'm just saying, when people are so down on the guy, it's just like, I would love to know what you had to say about all these. What'd you have to say about Will Levis when he slipped to round 2? Were you hyped about him? Who's Will Levis now? Like, quarterbacks, you miss all the time. So to be so strong about someone sucking is just like, yo. Last year he was supposed to be a top 3 pick. Like, relax. Like, he maybe we can tap into something. We wanted him. We went and got him. These coaches that are on our team, this is it for them. Like, this is the year. They need to show us something. So let them get their guys. We gave Frank Reich his guys. We gave Glenn his guys. Let's see what happens, man. I hate the Debbie Downer still. So I just had to get that off my chest.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten that off your chest, Bonesy, as the reigning Asmaniac Madness champion, what are your thoughts on this year's championship matchup? A year ago, it was you versus King Lowski. Here we are a year later, and it's Gary versus Chef Kevin. Your thoughts on the matchup, and who do you have?
Well, for starters, they're both bringing it. I mean, we know Gary's entertaining. Chef's been bringing it. They were going at it yesterday, and I am not picking this championship. I'm not voting until I watch both of them battle again. I'm letting the battle predict who I'm going to vote for because I feel like I've been voting a lot for just like OGs and back of my homies. He's both of these guys are my guys. So, but you know what resonated when Rooster said yesterday. Rooster's call was electric. That hit me hard, especially when he was like, Gary, when he is attacking, Charles and Beast, and it's like, yo, man, you don't gotta smash on them that bad. That I did respect that Rooster said, but Chef's been hitting how Gary's not in the chat. Gary's been hitting how Chef don't call in. Like this, it's been a good matchup, man. I don't know who I'm voting for. I'm gonna be tuned in. This battle is great because they're going after each other. Where it was like me and Lowski, man, we love each other too much, man. We couldn't battle like this. This is like out for blood. So this is exciting, man. This is really cool.
I'm looking forward to it, Bonesy. You've been a great champion over the last year. I know you haven't had to pay for a meal in New York, and even though you might not technically still be the defending champ after today, I'd imagine anytime you still walk into any restaurant, they're going to say, Bonesy's here. It's on the house.
It's such a beautiful thing. I walk in. All I need to wear is one piece of my Jake Asman memorabilia, and it's just like they just love me. They're just like, oh, it's the champion. I'm just like, hey, give me my fucking Chipotle now, man. I want my steak free.
Bonesy, you're the man.
The only thing worse than the New York Jets is cheap-ass shoes and head coach blues. At least we got Muji and some first-round picks. Jake, my brother, I'm trying to get hype. But this team sucks, and Joe Bonesy needs me to sell new flippers to this fat dumpster fire.
This afternoon, baby, it's all on the line. Chef Kevin and Gary, the winner, Asmaniac Madness champions. Wayne Corbett signed End Zone Pylon is our giveaway today. We only have 5 gifted memberships so far, and this is a great giveaway. So I'm stepping up here. I'm going to gift 5 memberships coming up shortly. If you want one, here's what you need to do. You need to be subscribed to my channel. You need to like the video. We'll give people time to make sure they have the setting turned on that they are eligible to receive a gifted membership. Then the YouTube algorithm will randomly select 5 people who are tuned in right now who aren't currently channel members, and whoever gets the memberships, we add you to the raffle for the Wayne Corbett signed End Zone Pylon coming up at the end of our shows. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the lines. Keep it rolling now with your calls. Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is where we go. We got some legends on the line. Hit it.
What's going on, Jake?
Hello, Kyle.
The only appropriate background after he assailed me for daring to eat a sweet potato yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, you think that I might be down on the Klubnik trade, and then you hear some of the Badlands guys go after it.
I'm gonna have to go and listen back to it because like multiple people have said they were like freaking out. I'm like, I didn't love it in real time either. I mean, I was live during it as well, but I was like, all right, I don't love trading up for him, but that's your day 3 quarterback pick. Fine.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously had it in their head they were going to take him in the 4th round. I think that's what it was, right? And I think the thing with you and I is just take him at 103. Like, you can't have both those guys be must-haves, right? Like, just take the quarterback, get out of the way, and follow your board the rest of the way. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Dexter Jackson's there at 128, or you can make a lesser deal and come up just a few spots for him. Like, if you think that what's his name, Darryl Jackson's that good. It's just it was more the process than the player. Klubnik probably going to be fine, but if you see him as a backup, I don't think you trade up for him, right? Like, I think you're trying to develop this guy as a starter. The whole narrative that, oh, he's just going to be a career backup. It's a good move for us. I don't think that's how you get your backup quarterbacks. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup this afternoon. As I said yesterday, as I was complimenting Gary, and he went in on me. Both great callers. It's going to be a tremendous matchup, and I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate your time.
Kyle, we appreciate your time. Excellent call. Great matchup this afternoon, folks. I'm pumped. I can't wait. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Today's Jake Asman show is being presented by our friends at Cheers. Listen up. It's the weekend, baby. So if you're going out and about this weekend, if you're going to have a few drinks while watching any of the games over the weekend, well, this is where Cheers is going to come in and help you. Cheers is a pill that you take after drinking that helps your body handle alcohol better so you don't feel as sluggish the next day. It's simple. No powders, no mixing. It's just an easy supplement you keep on you for a great night out. Here's how it works. After you're done drinking, you take the recommended number of Cheers capsules with water before you go to bed, and that's it. It works while you sleep, so you can wake up feeling a lot better than you normally would. I've used it, and you can feel the difference. You wake up clearer, more functional, and ready to go instead of dragging through the day. If you want to enjoy your nights without paying for it the next morning, you got to give Cheers a shot. Go to cheershealth.com, promo code Asman for a 20% discount. That's cheershealth.com, promo code Asman. Shout out to Cheers for sponsoring our show. More of your outstanding calls here on a Friday Jake Asman show. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to a man that they call Bobby Midnight.
Well, I love the Yankees and the Jets, and to read the Super Chats are more than just a hat. Bobby. Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Bobby.
Hey, last night was 140 to 89. I was shocked.
You'll never see anything like that, Bob. Largest halftime lead in NBA playoff history for the Knicks.
Oh, well, Micah wants the 76ers to win. Do you want the 76ers?
I actually think the Knicks match up better with Boston because if Boston doesn't hit their threes, they don't do anything else. Whereas Philly's got, multiple guys that could beat you in different ways. And Embiid could get Cat into foul trouble. I actually think the Knicks match up better with Boston, believe it or not, even if they wouldn't have home court in that series.
Yeah, that's why I hate the 76ers. I hate them like anything. Oh, don't like that team. The Yankees, did they win last night? No, they didn't play. They played.
They didn't play. Right? They had the day off. They play tonight, and then they play.
Yeah, I went to an early doctor's appointment today.
Oh, yeah? What'd they tell you?
8:15. Well, see, it's still the same size. They're giving me 3 weeks.
What's the same size?
Right? The wound, the wound I had in my.
Where your toe used to be.
Yeah. It has to, go disappear, and then it's getting there. 3 weeks should be fine, they said.
Rick Kent writes in. Is this a new caller? Rick, you're not familiar with the work of Bobby Midnight?
Stand-up comic. We have Rick Kent.
Oh, is that Gary's wife? Hi, Gary's wife. Oh, there she is. Got a good looking.
Are you voting for Gary and his wife today?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm going with Gary.
You're going Gary over Chef?
Yeah. Sorry,
that surprises me because you and Gary have had plenty of rumbles over the years.
Well, he got me healthy. I tell you that much.
I'm gonna get gonorrhea and kiss on the cheek. Yeah. Oh, I got gonorrhea. Oh my God, I got gonorrhea. Cheek, my cheek. Gonorrhea. You have to have sex to have gonorrhea.
I mean, he got you gonorrhea. I'm just surprised you're going to vote for that.
I remember that. No, I remember that. No, he did get me healthy. My doctor is surprised. Remember the with carnivore diet?
We remember.
I know it does work. I'm telling you, because she was surprised. I don't have any inflammation where I used to. It's getting much better, and I walk around. Well, I still have to walk around with the walker, and then I have to get a new pair of sneakers because The lady who cleaned my house lost my other sneaker. I don't know where she
Two
put it.
idiots sharing
So
the same brain. Let me address it for you so you can maybe get the dicks out your ears. I do mine 2 or 3 times a week. And also, basura, la mente, los el carrones, el burto cotoyes chingo su madre. See, I took Spanish too. That's why I'm very, very respected.
Okay, Beast.
You got 5 seconds. Make it.
We were having a great conversation. We just want to know.
Shut your hole.
Oh, yeah. He's back, folks.
Shut the fuck.
Oh, fuck
you. Shut up. I don't want to deal with him.
Show's been crazy, bro.
I think this afternoon could be crazy, Bob, like that one was.
I know. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Poor Bonesy. Bonesy did good. He's a good guy. Jake, you're a great guy, too, I'm telling you. Dr. Licani wasn't there today, so. It was
Next time you see him, you tell him I say hello.
He went to a wedding. He went to Minnesota. Yeah, his friend got married.
Wow.
I want to go visit that stadium. I really do. Where the Vikings play. Very nice stadium. But the birds keep on hitting the windows. So, and today is May 1st. Don't forget May 1st today.
Right? Thank you for letting me know.
Hey, I started the month off good. How's that?
Yeah, you're doing great.
I'm getting better. My toe is getting better. Just
hey, Thunderlip says that striptease set my wife off yesterday. LOL. Thanks, Bobby.
She's a nice lady. We met her on my show. She's a nice lady.
Apparently, Thunderlips' wife, she couldn't quite handle seeing the clip of you.
I know
Carl's
that.
taking your shirts off.
I know that. But she's a nice lady. I like their dogs too, especially Marshmallow. I call Marshmallow to the camera. He comes. And
this is Thunderlips' wife, Carrie, reacting to a shirtless video of you dancing.
What was that?
You can't judge anything that
I didn't see that one.
She said, quote, "That's fucking weird. You can't judge anything that I watch."
Oh, I understand that. But no, Marshmallow is funny when he hears me. Comes to Thunderlips.
No one cares about Marshmallow. We're trying to hear about Carrie.
Okay.
You can't judge anything that I watch because of this.
Pretty good.
I know. I'm crazy. What can I do? I know. But we met her. Very nice lady. Very nice kids, too. They got a good family. We met the oldest. We met all 3 boys. My 3 sons. You know the show?
Oh, yeah.
So you're doing great. Congratulations on your 45,000.
Well, thank you, Bob. Hopefully we get the 50K next.
Yeah, you should be able to do it before the Jets start. You want to get it before the season starts, right?
I hope so. It's going to be tough, though. The news slows down now, so only the diehards are really watching the shows right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the diehards. Remember the people who run away from problems, like my friend Mr. Bonesy. He had family problems. He's a good guy. He's back, though. He's back. I love that.
He's doing his thing.
Yes, selling shoes. He has to take care of his family. He got nice kids and a nice wife. She's saying happy birthday to me, their family. So any birthdays today, do you know? I haven't done that for a long time.
Anyone celebrating a birthday today?
I don't know. So you're doing good, right?
Beast, is it your birthday?
I didn't save.
No! Actually, today was actually supposed to be my grandfather's birthday. He turns 99, but he's dead. But he was dead 6 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He turns 99.
It's okay. Don't worry.
He was dead 6 years ago. Great.
I gotta
that
get
was 6,
saved.
but don't worry. No, it's all right. Hey, nothing lasts forever. TVs, water heaters, even bathtubs, nothing lasts forever. Once it goes, it goes.
And beds, right? Beds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. Even refrigerators.
Nunchy. Wiki.
My bed had to go before it went.
Even dryers too, and washing machines.
So tonight is the Celtics against the 76ers, right?
Tomorrow night.
My friend Jack Davis, okay, he's from New York, but guess what team he likes? He likes the Celtics.
Oh,
this
no.
is his wife. Yes, his wife. I used to go to her for the hand surgery. Like she used to
Speaking
take
of
care of my
wives,
hands.
Bobby, you
What?
really need to calm your freaky down because I'm not there to help you. Oh, wiggle, beagle, beagle, deedle, deedle, beagle, beagle.
ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Van Dyke and the Beast. Couple super chats I want to get caught up on. But first, Jet Life Angel is in our Wayne Corbett end zone pile-on giveaway today for one. Let's go. Rasta Dread says, give me the pile-on. Rasta Dread, you are in the Asmaniac raffle for said Wayne Corbett pile-on for two.
Diamond.
Thank you very much, Rasta. We got more here. Chef Austrian Jeffman says, Chef Kevin is numero uno. Austrian, thank you very much. Brian Morales checks in. Beast, did you restart your computer yet? Beast, did you restart your computer?
Everything's
Why are
fine.
you flipping them off?
He needs to get his brains fixed. Go see a doctor. I got better things to do than play with monkeys.
So everybody, please respect your elders. That's all.
Thank you very much for that, Beast. Chef Kevin checks in. Bobby, it's my boss Ryan's birthday. Bobby, you might have to sing to Chef Kevin's boss. All right. It's his birthday. Number one Austrian Jet fan gifting a 5 spot. Hey now.
Fucking diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha.
Here we go. 5 memberships have been gifted. I'm about to gift 5 as well, so get ready. Buckle up. Slim Jim Gaming, Shlomo, Jim Perinato, Timber, and Kicking It with Kaios, all receiving a gifted membership from the number one Austrian Jet fan. I promised 5 memberships, and I am a man of my word. Right now, 5 gifted memberships coming your way from yours truly. If you hear your name called, you're a channel member and in the raffle. E. Bush, Pickler, J. Abrams, RCK, Dr. and Unique Islam, all receiving a gifted membership from yours truly. Hell yeah. Let's get to more of your calls now, shall we? On the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline next is SJS Jet. Hello, SJS.
How you doing? What's up, Jake?
SJS, what's going on?
I'm good. It's the second time calling. I'm always a viewer of you, so appreciate your work with the Jets. Same thing. The draft is my Super Bowl. I love the draft. My friends call me when their teams get a player, and they be like, "Oh, how's this player?" So, just wanted to give my appreciation to you and what you do.
Well, that means a lot, man. Thanks so much for calling in. I appreciate that.
Definitely no problem. Keep on the good work.
That's all you got? Just you wanted to be nice? You're the man.
Yeah, just want to be nice.
Well, how you feel about the draft? You encouraged with what they did?
Yes, I do. I do love what the draft. I do love what the Jets did with the draft. Same thing with you. I was worried when they took Sadiq, but then when they jumped back in and got Omar, I did love that. I even love the Inez Cooper pick. I'm from Miami, so I did go to a lot of games. I did see how he played. Of course, not the best run blocker, but at least he could pass block. And with Geno back there, we're going to need all the best pass blocking we could get if he does end up taking the spot. And everything else, even the late round safety, BJ Payne, I like what he can do or the versatility that they can possibly do with him. So definitely, loving what they did. But it doesn't really matter what they do until the players actually prove that they can do it on the field in the NFL. So we'll see what they can do with the coaching. I am a little bit different than you when it comes to Aaron Glenn. I do have a little faith. I know you have to prove it. It don't just be all talk. So hopefully now that he's controlling the defense, it's all on him. And if he fails this year, get his ass out.
I mean, look, the one thing I think everyone can agree on with Glenn, whether you think he deserved to get a second year or not, or you think he's better than what he showed, is that the roster is in a place now, specifically at quarterback and some of the positions that would be considered premium positions that they've gone out and upgraded, like edge, some of the safety and corners they've added to the secondary, like the infusion of weapons for Geno. Like the roster is in a spot now where it's by no means perfect, but you should be able to properly evaluate him as a head coach. Like there's no, oh, we don't have enough talent. What did you expect? Like if he looks anywhere close to what he looked like in the, let's say, the first 7 games of the Jet season last year when they were starting 0-7, then he's gone. You know, like there's just no excuse for that. He's not in his first year anymore. He now has had 2 chances to hire a completely different coaching staff minus a couple of assistants. Like now or never for him, or they're going to have a new coach in 2027.
Right. And I agree with you. We do have a better team, so we should be in closer games than
do we lose SJS? SJS, call back another time. Great call. Great call. Keep it rolling here. But first, I do think we got a couple memberships. Matty P. What up, Matty? He is in the Asmaniac raffle for 1.
Oh, my God.
We have this from Jet Life Angel, who gifted another membership. He's in the raffle now for 2 total entries today. Let's keep it rolling here, baby. Football Friday. Knicks on to the second round. 4 straight years. Last night, a laugher. You can't make it up. Imagine the Jets ever played a playoff game that was that lopsided, and it was them doing the ass kicking, putting the BTA on them. Ladies and gentlemen, more calls. Hit it.
Hey, Jake, what's up? How you doing?
Pork, what's going on?
I got a new ring. Check it out.
Hey,
$10. Hey, I couldn't pass up on the offer. He actually offered it to me for free, but you know I had to give him something. So, you couldn't believe that he found a Jets fan that actually wanted it.
Right.
But I mean that's what he paid for it. So, but he said he could get more, but I think he's charging other people 20. But I mean, if you guys want one, I get you one. You know, I won't charge you guys. You know what I mean? I'll take the hit and send it to you. But can Glenn coach these guys up, Jake? Do you think he can do it?
I have my doubts. Well, I mean, look, there's certain guys that don't really need to be coached up, right? Like, they're just the talent is going to win out. Like, is Aaron Glenn really going to turn Minka Fitzpatrick into a worse version of what he's been? Or like some guys just are what they are. The younger guys, those guys need to be coached up. They need to be put in the proper scheme to have success. Like, that's my worry with a guy like Kenyon Sadiq, because while Frank Reich might be an upgrade, you know, there are legitimate concerns that the Jets would be the only team that give him an OC job in 2026. You know, that's just a reality.
Yeah, I mean, how odd is it that Aaron Glenn and Frank Reich are coaching this team when they were on like that Kotite team where he blundered that draft when they traded Rob Moore for Ron Moore in the 16th pick and they picked Hugh Douglas. You know, at least we didn't do that. You know what I mean? I think they experienced that. And I think this is going to be a good draft. And, you know, this quarterback that people are, you know, saying a new hope, whatever he's going to be. It might work out. It might not. He's a day 3 pick.
Well, you know what's funny about Hugh Douglas, though, Pork? He actually has the Jet rookie record for sacks in a season.
He does. He does. But how many wins did that equate to?
Oh, I mean, the 95 Jets won, I think, 3 games. But he was the defensive rookie of the year, though. Like, if David Bailey's the defensive rookie of the year, we'd feel good about that.
Oh, yeah, with the number 2 pick. But would you rather have Warren Sapp that year?
Yeah, I think I would.
You got Kyle Brady. You remember those bums we got? I mean, Sapp, put him on that line in 1998, right? You know, we could have drafted Tony Gonzalez instead of Kyle Brady. You know, well, that's whatever. But this year, this guy's got to put the pedal to the metal, the rubber to the road, and do something. Show us something. Because if it's a 1-5 start, I don't see him sticking around. And there's way too much talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball now, that you could at least score points, right? We need to at least see some excitement. You know, like a score, like hit the quarterback, pick up a fumble, make it seem like some resemblance of a football team of entertainment. You know, we're going there to watch gladiators, and last year, I don't know what we watched. You know, it wasn't much men playing football out there. I could tell you that right now. When guys were openly quitting, who's that? Quentin Williams, didn't he quit? He said he quit, right? He said he gave up. Justin Fields definitely gave up. I mean, just body language wise. I mean, I don't know. That's what the vibe I got from him. You know, that he really didn't like being a quarterback here at the Jets. But, I mean, he got his ass kicked every week. So, I mean, it is what it is. And he had a terrible OC. He had the defensive coordinator was even worse. Now Glenn's going to be the Superman of the callers, right? I don't really believe that. I don't know if you do, Jake, but we got a long way to the season starts, but I'm very hopeful. I'm hopeful for a 500 season, maybe 8-9, 9-8. If we can win, let's say we win 5 solid games, right? Okay, but we lose 4 really bad ones or 5 really bad ones. That's not going to be good enough. If we're in all the games, right? If we're competitive every week, right? And you know what I mean? We end up with the 6-11 record. Glenn might be back again, and depending on
6 wins, I'm not sure. It's going to depend on like where they came from. They come late in the year when they're out of it. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
like the schedule is going to be massive when it comes out May 12th or 13th, whatever the date is. Like the order of when they play certain teams, it does really matter.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it does. Definitely. Like if they start off 5-5, I would be elated with that start. Right? If you give me 5-5 right now, I'm sure you would take it. I'm sure all the Asmaniacs would take it too. I mean, when was the last time we won? You know what I mean? It's frustrating, man. Watching this team year in, year out, analyzing football, watching other football. And then, you're the heart and soul of your whole, most of your life, just buries you.
There's some light at the end of the tunnel, though, Pork, because I think we might have a general manager.
Yeah, I do like Muji, and, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Never give up. Look at me. I'm big. I'm not big. I'm 180, but I got a 5K tomorrow, and there's like a policeman's obstacle course after that. So we'll see.
You look great, Pork. I mean, it's good to see that Beast's fitness advice to you has really paid off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at how good he looks. I mean, how could you get a manly chest like his? I'm sure he
Hey, Beast, you there? What do you got to say to Pork?
He's probably snoring.
What are you doing, Beast?
Just this morning. Hey, you know what? I'm in a man's mood. Before going to Menards, I gotta go there anyway. Go pick up supplies.
I'm in a man's mood.
How many pull-ups could you do, Beast?
It depends. It depends, but not today.
Yesterday,
yesterday was bad enough. Water heater's busted. Gotta get that repaired. Yeah, that's no fun.
How many pull-ups could you do?
I don't want to talk about pull-ups. I want to talk about life.
How about wrestling?
And to our Knicks, whoever comes first, it's either gonna be Philly or Boston. You know what we got for you? We got a riding crop ready for you, and we're gonna take you out back. And like Jim Ross said,
we'll see.
Whoever's ready for you, we got the woodshed ready to go for you all time long, baby.
Come on, bring it.
Pork, tremendous job as always.
All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Jet life to the next life. I love all you Asmaniacs. You make my life so much better.
Jets, Jets.
Well said by Pork of the Morning. Jet Life Angel, Matty P, Austrian Jet fan, with the most recent to get the membership for those tuning in late. Today's giveaway is a great one. First time we've ever given away a signed end zone pylon. This one signed by the great Wayne Krebet. Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Asmaniac Madness this afternoon between Gary and Chef Kevin in our championship. It's all on the line.
With the first pick in the 2026 Asmaniacs Final Four draft, the people choose Chef Kevin.
It's all on the line, baby. Asmaniac Madness, the conclusion this afternoon, 4 p.m. kickoff for the greatest tournament in sports. It's championship round. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kent in the house, who Bobby Midnight said should do stand-up comedy. He just gifted 10 memberships. Hey, Bobby, do you find Rick Kent gifting 10 memberships to be part of the stand-up act?
No,
oh, Mikey's with you too? Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get to these memberships. We're coming right back to you guys. Hit it, Rick. Thank you to one of our OGs, Rick Kent, for 10 gifted memberships. Rick's in our weekly raffle, which I'm targeting for Monday on the show, and then our Wayne Corbett pile-on, which will be at the end of show 2 today after we get everything underway with Asmaniac Madness. Here are the 10 listeners who are now channel members. If you hear your name, thank Rick. Brandon Braun, Costine 4349, Ron Wally, Scoot 0283, Bro_B, Brett Ward, J-Man, Feed the Fat Rabbit 1073, and Estebob Solo Resley 235, all receiving a membership there from Rick.
The Jet fans get a little crazy.
All right, you just heard from Bobby Midnight and special guest Mikey Midnight. We head back to Vermont, where the dynamic duo of brothers is standing by.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course.
Mikey!
Yeah, the next one, 54 points. I told everybody,
He's
54.
over there.
You were
That's
right.
it.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I love the Knicks. They go win the championship. Yeah, and Bobby wants to say that Knicks go win the whole thing too.
Yeah, I want them to win. But I have to sing happy birthday to Chef Kevin's boss.
Oh, yeah, say
Right?
happy birthday to him.
What's his name, Ryan?
Chef Kevin.
Yeah, his
Is it
boss. His
Ryan?
boss is named Ryan. Yeah, you do. And people are dying for you to sing to a boss they don't know anything about.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay,
hi,
well,
May
let it rip.
Okay, I'm full screen. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ryan. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you're having a good day. I am farting like a pig.
Yeah.
No, I'm like,
Hey,
Drop
Jake. When we go to the Jets game.
I don't know. We don't know the schedule yet. The schedule hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, I want to see if he could
We have
get
to-
an early schedule in September to be warmer.
Jake, that was very nice of Rick Kent to give you 10 members.
Yeah.
It's not
Rick Kent is a very nice guy and a stand-up comic.
Yeah,
according to you.
That's true
Yeah,
from
Jake,
his heart.
can you get a
What's the
September
deal with
game?
airline food? What's up with that?
Yeah. Jake Asman.
Yes, Mikey Midnight.
Can you get a game in September so it'll be warmer for me?
Yeah,
I
well,
hope so.
We have to see. We don't
Yeah,
know.
we
When do
want-
we get to schedule? Do you know?
Yeah, when the
May
schedule is
12th?
coming.
It's coming soon.
May
Don't worry.
12th.
As soon as we know the schedule, we will begin planning on our road trip game and our group buy annual tailgate at MetLife.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
what I want to do. Taylor.
MetLife. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like MetLife.
I wonder.
Thank-
Hopefully, Craig comes to that game.
And Jake is going to watch the Knicks win the championship in New York. Go, New York. Go, New York.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
They're gonna win.
I was
I
happy
hope so.
got to talk to Robo Robbie Sable. I was happy to talk to
Yeah,
him.
he's a
because-
good guy. Yeah, they put him in jail the other day.
Yeah, that's stupid.
They put him in the hole.
Oh, that's
Well,
really
he's
home.
a special guest. You can't put a special guest in the hole.
Yeah, that's not nice. He's a great guy.
I know.
Yeah.
He gave us Wayne
But
Corbet's picture.
yeah, that's his opinion with different things football. Everybody
Yeah.
has their opinion.
See?
I have my opinion that
Wayne
the Jets will
Corbett.
be 14-3. No one put me in the hole for that.
Maybe we'll get put in the hole for this.
Yeah, I won't be put in the hole with 14-3 this year.
Oh,
Jake,
no.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jake, we love you.
Jake,
We love you too.
he's still there, right? Jake, you
Yeah,
still
you
there?
still there?
Oh, I'm here. You don't see me?
Yeah, we
Can
can
you hear
watch
me?
the game.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no. I got this thing pops up about my computer.
Oh my God.
Updating my computer.
Good job. You still see me, Jake?
Oh,
I
yeah,
see
I
you.
love when you do
Can you
that,
hear me?
Jake.
Yeah, I see me.
I like when you
Oh, I see you.
put the music on when you're done. You know, when you put the music on for Max, I love it.
Hey, Jake, I have another week off for work.
I wanted to tell him something. Yeah. No, it's Jake, not that. Max.
Can you hear me?
Max is that crazy kid from college. He's always like crying.
I know Good job.
He does a lot.
Can you
That's
hear
why
me?
he plays that music. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh my God.
Next, that guy will come on.
I know. Goals, I don't know.
Yeah,
He usually calls in. This stupid update thing is annoying. Okay, you update my drivers. Thank you. Well, you have to pop your.
Yeah, I like the song, Jake.
That's the sale of the
That's
base.
your traditional Nintendo music.
Hey, Beast. Hi, Beast. This is Mike.
Hey,
Beast.
hey, now that the Knicks are going to the second round, we might as well yell it out. Whose house? Knicks house. Whose house?
Nick's house.
That's right. It's Knicks house, which means whose house?
Yeah, I look like the Wolverine. Thank you.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Nick's house, Nick.
What's that actor's name? I don't even know the actor. Yeah.
Get that, Nick. Yeah. Is he like the
You sure we're improv? I don't know if I'm improv or not. I could be considered. I look like the Wolverine because of my mustache. Yeah, it's getting in there. I gotta shave. Hey, that's good music. I like that music. All right.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course.
Great job by the Midnight Brothers calling in together today. Epic. Absolutely epic. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls before we wrap this baby up. And again, as Maniac Madness this afternoon, it is on the line. Chef Kevin, Gary 3D Boxing, a new champion will be declared. The Rooster is on the line. He's next. Rooster, let's go next. Hey, the signed Namath helmet. Let's go.
Before we talk some points today, I do want to say great matchup today, Gary versus the Chef. And I do want to apologize a little to Gary. I've been a little hard on him. And I only do it because I know he could take it. He's a great caller. There's no doubt. I mean, he's sports. I don't agree with all his sports takes, but he knows what he's talking about. He's definitely a kook, and I say that in a nice way. And because he accepts that. He said that yesterday. I am what I am. And, he goes through his life in his way. And listen, he's in the finals. And a lot of people aren't. So, we're going to wish him luck. I will be going for Chef Kevin. That's not a knock. These are two great players. But I do want to say, Gary, you're great. You bring a lot to this show. And I wish you the best of luck. Couple sports points. Watching a great tennis match right now. I don't know if you follow tennis. This Sinner is ridiculous what he's doing right now.
I only follow it when the U.S. Open is in
okay.
town.
I'm a degenerate gambler. I bet on anything. I'll bet on two flies fucking if you can give me a line. But Sinner right now doesn't lose. There's two flies. You give me a line.
I was not expecting that, Rooster. My God.
I love to gamble. Right now I'm watching Sinner and Fees on the
Who'd you bet on?
Great match. Anyway,
who'd you bet on? Sinner?
Oh, I took a shot on Fees just because you can't make money on Sinner. Sinner won the first set 6-2. It's 4-all here in the second set. Fees is going to be a good one. Watch out for Fees in the French Open to get to the Final Four, especially with Alcaraz being banged up. Anyway, quick Nick point. I never seen anything like that first half in my 55 years of life. That was just an absolute ass kicking, and they're doing it the right way. They're playing harder. They're attacking the basket. You got Mr. OG playing like Kawhi Leonard right now. And I'm telling you right now, root for Boston. this Tatum, I don't know if they're going to play him in game 7. The guy walked off with a calf injury. Do you want to risk him tearing his Achilles again? They might not play him. I bet that's 7.5 right now. So I'm not sure Tatum plays in that game 7. And I'd rather play Boston.
It's game 7, so if he can play, he's going to try. But I think Boston's the better matchup.
It is.
Boston's a one-trick pony. If they don't shoot well, they don't win. And this is a Celtics roster that is not as good of a team as they were last year. And the Knicks beat them and would have beat them. Even if Tatum stayed healthy, they were going to be up 3-1 against them.
And Philly gives us a little problem. Their speed. And remember, if Embiid's in there and if Embiid gives you 7 games, well, I don't know if he can. It's not easy.
And Embiid could get Cat into foul trouble.
Yeah,
I think the Sixers offer more.
Give me Boston. One point with the Jets that I think has been overlooked a little. We talk about Muji and his day 3 being not so good last year because of Barron and the Miami and the other linebacker, Muia. I can't even pronounce his name. Whatever is Mugia. I'm not so sure how bad they are because they should have been playing. They're third-day draft picks. They should be special teams guy. They're death pieces, and then you threw them in on the worst defense that was no chance. No one was playing well. They had no coaching. It was a disaster. I'm not so sure how bad these 2 kids are yet. And I don't think it's fair to say Muji can't, and these other third-round pick we were happy with in Malachi Moore. It was more the third-round pick, which was a disaster, which we all know because the kid can't catch, Arian Smith. So I'm not so sure. And that leads me to say, because I think maybe we're saying third round, third day he didn't do as well. He traded up for Klubnik. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe these Miami kids all of a sudden in a real defense in year 2, we shouldn't have seen them last year. And we saw them and we got mad. What do you think on that, maybe?
Well, I also think the coaching was terrible last year.
Right,
This
they had
team
no
was
chance.
They should be better. But I think going into the year right now where there's an injury to Davis or Jamie and Sherwood, and you're probably playing guys who at best on any good team should be special teamers is not good. They should add another linebacker. People might think this is crazy, but you know what? Why not? Like, you already signed Davis, who's old. Sign A.J. Milano. He's a free agent. I know he's a Jet nemesis, but if the guy can still play, I think he's better than what we have. I bring in, or not AJ. Did I say AJ? I meant Matt Milano from the Bills.
Milano. Okay, yeah, why not? I'll tell you the other thing, but with the Jets next year, I think the defense is still a year away. I think we added Bailey and Fitzpatrick and Davis, who's older. I don't know, looking at that defense in the secondary, I think still needs improvement. I still think it's an infusion of draft picks to get where we want to be. I think that defense might struggle a little more than we think. Like you said, I'm not sold on AG. Like we haven't talked about this enough. We never mentioned the defensive coordinator's name ever. There is a defensive coordinator, right?
But AG is the play caller.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, and
who's the offensive coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers?
Exactly, doesn't matter. But now we have and he's also the head coach. That's my worry. Like it's Aaron Glenn. He's now got this major responsibility.
He said play calling is a superpower, though. So let's see it.
That's what I'm worried a little about the defense. I still think we're playmakers. I'm not sure with Glenn. He's still the head coach. We have this defensive coordinator to help him. I'm worried with the defense a little this year. I think it's going to be better, obviously. We need Bailey to be really good. But I'm not sure, looking at that defense and what we added and a nice pieces and help, how good this defense really is. And, yeah, that's really it for today. It's a Knick day. It's a positive day. I mean, if you're not happy today as a Knick fan, you should really go jump out a window. I mean, kill yourself.
What if you pee out of a window?
Hey, or you could do that. Good luck in the matchups today, guys. Gary, Chef, bring it. It's your day.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes. The Rooster.
We're feeling good about the New York Jets. Make some noise.
We're feeling good about the Jets. And we're certainly feeling good about the New York Knicks. T-Town Jet is feeling good about his chances to win a signed Wayne Chrebet pylon. End zone pylon up for grabs today at the end of our second show. So make sure you enter now for your chance to win. Ladies and gentlemen, T-Town Jets gifted membership went to listener James H.M. So James, you are in the Asmaniac raffle for one. Comments, questions, super chats, they always cut the line. Appreciate everyone who is here with us right now. what we're going to do is take a very, and I mean very, short break. And when we come back, we're going to hear from a man who is in Asmaniac Madness later today. He is in the final showdown for a chance to cut down the nets. We'll hear from one of the two people involved in this battle right after we play you some greatness that occurred in this tournament just several weeks ago.
I voted for you twice, so you should be disqualified.
You are a scumbag.
Let me know when you're done crying.
Give me your bullshit. Let's hear it.
I voted for you twice.
All
Go
right.
quit.
All right, I'm done. I'll quit. It just shows who you are. You're a cheater and a scumbag, bro. You took something that was fun and playful and cheated. You were so scared of Amanda, a girl that you talk shit about that's lesser than you for some reason in your mind. You had to cheat to beat her.
Let me know when you're done. I never said I was better than her, right? So you're just a liar in general. I never said I was better.
I'm a liar. The cheater is calling me a liar.
Sit on your hands, mute yourself if you have to. I let you go. Stop acting like a female.
A female that you have to cheat to beat.
Stop talking. Sit on your hands and mute yourself. Act like a grown man. Don't act like a female. You're very effeminate.
I cannot wait to see you in person, bro. I will literally take the charge and sit in the jail for as long as I take just to clean your clock. You deserve to get punched in the face. You told us you're a scumbag. You told us you didn't pay your taxes. You told us you cheated. And now that we're telling you your character is a shit character, you're trying to tell me that I'm the bad guy for pointing out that you're a piece of shit? You're such a loser, dog. Who cheats in the Asmaniac tournament? Yay, cheaters. So cheaters. You don't have any morals. Gary, you use religion to back up bullshit statements.
This is like the funniest thing ever. This is like the biggest crybaby woman I'd ever seen. He can't stop.
I guess I'm a crybaby. I'll be a crybaby. Because Gary is a scumbag, we have to make new
like
rules
an
next year.
irate child in the this is like an irate 2-year-old in the toy section of the store crying because mommy won't buy him a toy.
As an Asmaniac, you're entertaining, but you're an entertaining scumbag.
I created like 3 accounts today. I already had 4, so I was like 7.
Appreciate y'all, really.
Talk about fireworks on a Saturday afternoon show. What?
Are both Gary and Gypsy out of the tournament? That would be horrible.
We need to say a little prayer for Black Gypsy. That was absolutely unhinged. He's threatening to beat me up, and he's more than welcome to try over a Asmaniac contest. You're more than welcome to try, pal.
I encourage one man, one woman, one vote. But unfortunately, we have a lot of people with, they're dishonorable here. The whole process is corrupted because there's no rules. Anything goes situation.
Gary is a cheater and he's a disgrace to this country. I think somebody should throw him in Iran and let him be the yeah, that's right. You degrade women. You've degraded people with autism that have problems. Oh, we're fat and we're stealing your tax dollars. You go, woo! I swear to God, if you and I ever get in the ring, I will kick your ass all over the place.
Look at this. He's actually more rational than Black Gypsy was. Black Gypsy needs your prayers, guys.
Shame.
It's amazing. All the hate against Gary, yet he has survived. He has made it to our championship round. Gary 3D Boxing, a force in this tournament. His opponent, also an absolute force in this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, on the line right now, live from the Cloverleaf Tavern is...
He's always cooking or coaching or flashing his green. This man is cooking or kicking Asmaniac. He's at the tailgate. He's cooking, blow torching his food. A diehard Jets legend, the chef they call Kevin. Chef Kevin.
Let's go next, Kev.
Yo, come on, man. Come on. We had a 40-point first quarter, 43-point second quarter in the playoffs when Atlanta's on the brink of elimination. This is how we show up. Yo, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Can't wait. I was hoping Gary was gonna be around, man. I was looking for him in the chat. I ain't see him, man. I ain't see him. And I was hoping he would hop on, man. Talk about them bum ass Nets. It's Nick's tape here, Gary. You know what time it is.
Leon says
time I'm on.
Neil lit a fire under Chef when he said he was a boy green truther.
Yo, Leon's been saying this whole time, man. Yo, shout out to you, man, Neil. Yo, it's Neil, Bonesy, Lowski, always. I've always said this. Those are my top three Asmaniac callers. I said this to Gary yesterday. Gary's extremely entertaining. Yo, we get that, man. I ain't taking nothing from him. Yo, those three. But in my mind, yo, Clifton, man, Clifton, he's the best caller, man. And y'all know I'm outside. I'm outside all the time, inside, outside. I'm repping that region, man. All of those Asmaniac tourney members in the inside outside region, yo, gauntlet of people, man. Yo, I'm holding it down, man. I'm ready to take this chip down, man. We gonna do this. It ain't easy, but we gonna bring it, man. That Black Gypsy Gary thing, I can't, yo. I ain't got it in me, yo. Shout out to Gypsy, man. I ain't got it in me. But yo, Jake, it's funny, man, how last year my guy Rob from Glenhead and Chiefs fan, they was cursing at each other. They was telling each other to F off.
They were ahead of their time in hindsight.
Yeah. Yo, they was going off on each other, and we was all like, yo, just chill, it's all good. And then this year, Gypsy and Gary, yo, they talking about physical violence, and we all like, all right, we with it.
Does the Cloverleaf have space to put a boxing ring in it?
Yeah. We outside on the patio, man. We make it happen, man. We make it happen. But no, I'm just very thankful, man. I feel good about today. I'm just very thankful with everybody, has been having my back this whole time, the supporters and people that don't vote for me. Yo, it's all love, man. Yo, this is a friendly thing, man. I don't feel no certain type of way. I feel like I'm the person that's better represented to hold this Asmaniac community down. All of y'all have seen me. All of y'all have been in the games with me. I've cooked party. Y'all know what time it is, man. I'm outside. Y'all know I'm at all the meetups. I help out one another. What y'all don't see, I do behind the scenes. I'm a behind scenes kind of guy. That's why you only see me call in a couple times a month. But since this tournament started, yo, y'all see me. I'm here. I'm here. I work. It's easy to be at home, when you got a job at home. I'm a chef. I'm chef life. I'm a restaurant guy, man. Yo, I'm outside. Yo, I'm here. I can't sit at home and be there and call in all the time. But guess what, man? With this tourney and my boss Ryan, yo, salute to him. This is B-Day. Bobby, thank you for that. Yo, we got some flexibility, man. We pulling some strings, man. Be able to, accommodate and call in and the staff here has been amazing, helping support, getting in these videos, man. Like, yo, the spirit, man, is here, man. We happy, thankful. Yo, the committee, boom, yo, amazing job, man. Gator with all the stuff that he's doing. Yo, it's been a good ride, man. And I don't know if I'm gonna be here in the situation next year or in any other years. So best believe I'm gonna bring it all. I'm gonna leave it all on the floor. Y'all seen what I've been doing. If you think I got nothing left, man, yo, I'm gonna reach into my bag, man. Y'all know I'm ready for this.
Well, Chef, I got something I want to show you because I was preparing for the show this afternoon, and thanks to the magic of AI, I was able to already put together the thumbnail for the championship episode. Here it is. You see Glenn and Muji holding that Asmaniac Madness tournament trophy, the best of the best trophy, named after the late, great Keith Best, of course, one of our great listeners who unfortunately passed away last year due to cancer. So we're paying homage to Keith and named the trophy after him. So either you or Gary will win the best of the best trophy this afternoon.
Yo, Jake, since you mentioned Keith, could I mention something real quick, man?
Absolutely.
So Keith Betch, legend, man. He fought and battled, man. He battled like a warrior, true warrior that he is. And y'all want to talk about stuff that I've done for the community, man? We rallied, man. I led the charge. OGs know this, man. Led the charge to help get Keith Best an emoji. All right. And something that I wish will be broken because this helps out Jake and, and a lot of stuff that he has going on. 420, man, 420 memberships we were able to rally up and get for Keith Best to get him this emoji, because with YouTube, you need a certain amount of memberships to be able to open up and allow emojis, which, Jake and myself, it's a bunch of BS, but it's what it is. It's YouTube's rules. Yo, we rallied behind and was able to get him this stuff. That emoji, he came on and was thankful to all of us, man. Such a great heart, man. I know Clifton, when I see Clifton wearing that Keith Best shirt, man, I got one too. It's the power that Keith had, the power of this community. When you seeing people down, help lift them up, man. That's what I've always done. I've always done that. It don't matter who you are. I don't care if we've gone out in the chat. I don't care if you don't like my takes, if you don't like it or whatever. You could call out my football takes. I don't care, man. But one thing you can't say about me is I'm not here for the people, man. If you look out for me, you got respect for me, I got respect for you. You got me for life. And everybody knows that about me. And I'm here. Jake, you know me good, man. I'm with the people, man. And I appreciate everything you've done. Naming that trophy after Keith Best, legend, man. I appreciate and salute y'all, for real.
Well, Kev, good luck this afternoon, man. You versus Gary's going to be a ton of fun. You guys are both tremendous callers. I mean, a ton of the community, so I'm excited to see who's going to be declared the 2026 Asmaniac Madness champion.
Let's go. I'm ready. Appreciate y'all. Go Jets. Go Knicks.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Great matchup this afternoon. Gary, 3D Boxing, and Chef Kev for Asmaniac Immortality. And shout out to Keith Best, of course. RIP to Keith. We will always have the Keith Best emoji available. Peter Castro with an endorsement. He writes in, "Go Chef." Let's see. Shining Wizard says, "I'm going to have to come visit Chef Kevin at Cloverleaf." I hit that area a bit. I highly recommend the Cloverleaf Tavern. We did our training camp meetup there last year. And I think we got to do it again this year, as long as Chef Kevin and the people at Cloverleaf are cool with it. Let's see. Who is on the line here? Last chance to get in on the show. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. And again, we're coming at you live this afternoon, 4 p.m. Asmaniac Madness, the title game. Dun, dun, dun. I did want to mention this. So Russell Wilson, who met with the Jets the other day, he's also apparently considering just retiring from football altogether and going into television. Andrew Marchand reporting that CBS is the favorite to hire Russell Wilson. Please, I hope he just takes a job on TV. Again, if you watched Russell Wilson play last year, he's done. He's done. There's no point. Great comment from Addison. Gary's volunteering at an animal shelter right now. He can't call in. But anyway, I don't want Russell Wilson, so please take a job in television. That'd be fantastic. That would be just fantastic. Please do that. That would be awesome. We are presented by PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the code HMA. If you put in $5, you'll get $50 available instantly. PrizePicks now has NFL futures that feature rookies like Fernando Mendoza, more than 6.5 regular season games started. Garrett Wilson, more than 1,000 receiving yards. Breece Hall, more than 325.5 receiving yards. They got every sport. You can mix and match whatever sport you want. David Bailey's sack number on PrizePicks is set at 6.5. I'd go more on that, but I think it's going to be close, but it's going to be fascinating. Make your own picks. Fade mine or tail mine. My PrizePicks username is @JakeAsman. Again, download the app, use the code HMA, and take advantage of the sign-up option. Home stretch of calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gus Buster Umbrella hotline is...
Boston, we want. Philly, maybe. Let's see where the numbers lie. Who has the better hand? Let's see. If Boston plays their cards right, maybe they'll get lucky. But if Philly plays their hand right and they swoop around Boston, then you might see a New York Philly game one of round two. You never know.
Right now, we're getting some gabagool. If you really want some gabagool, you got to come get the gabagool. Catch you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls. Perhaps today's closer. He better bring it.
Adam is cool, although kind of basic. He claims he's too cool, though often quite basic. He makes great jet points, looks a little basic. Adam is cool, too cool, but basic. Some would say generic.
Hey, Jake, how's it going, man? Home stretch with this madness, almost done.
We're almost there. And I love that we stretched it out to give us something post-draft to kind of help, bridge the lull and lack of news until we get rookie minicamp next week.
Cheers to the Asmaniac community. That's all I got to say. It's amazing what we've done for a month. So much entertainment. I would not say we want Boston. That's a jinx. If you really want Boston, root for Philly. You don't want to poke the bear on this one.
Look, I think the Knicks will be a favorite and should the Knicks, if they're at their best, like they played the last 3 nights, they should beat either team. I think they match up better with Boston, but you don't have home court advantage in that series. I think if you play Philly, they have more things they could do, but you have home court. So it's like, pick your poison.
Yeah, exactly. But like you keep seeing, we want Boston's like, be careful what you wish for, because the team is you nailed it, right? This sounds like stupid, but if they score points, they're going to win. But yeah, that's kind of like the reality with them. They are so.
But that's the Knicks. They're streaky. Like they should have beat the Hawks. If we're being honest, they should have won in a minimum of 5 games. They blew game 2. Game 3, they could have won as well. But let's say Atlanta gets one, they're at home, they're desperate. Fine. They should have won that series in 5 games.
Yeah, and with the Celtics, they need a third scorer. Like they're going to go into free agency and find a more reliable third scorer than what they've got right now. Like everyone knows Tatum and Brown are fine, but they need a third. They had a third, fourth, and fifth last 2 years, and this is clearly a team that is really heavy on the odds. I'll have to say it. Missoula and that whole organization, they're really good at playing the craps table and coming out on top. They're really good at that. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Game 7. We'll see. It could go either way at this point because the momentum is in Philly's way, and they seem hungrier at the moment. So see what happens on that. In terms of the Jets news, I got a funny subjective trivia question for you.
Well, real quick, Jay again goes, this is your closer. Mr. Jay Syndrome himself, who can never call in, is calling you out, Adam. Your thoughts?
I don't respond to losers.
Hey,
anyway,
now.
let's keep going. So in terms of the trivia question, so now we've got Omar Cooper Jr., probably our wide receiver 2 in all likelihood. I don't think he's going to be 3. He's going to be 2 because just the way that he plays and his capabilities. Who was the last capable wide receiver 2 for the Jets?
Devontae Adams or Garrett Wilson, if you want to play that game.
Exactly.
I'd
say Garrett Wilson was the best wide receiver 2 we've had since Omar Cooper Jr.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, dude. I mean, I guess you could kind of consider Corey Davis.
Ugh,
Garrett,
no.
briefly.
Omar Cooper's better than him. Yeah, this is good. I don't know if I have to say, watching Indiana play and watching Omar Cooper, I did not realize how grown-ass man he is in real life. He looks like a vet already, the way that he's built, just the way he came into the building. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm expecting good things out of him. And I'm expecting good things out of the offense. I expect competency this time around, and I think we're going to get it. I don't think it's going to be mind-blowing, but I don't think it's going to be as pathetic as we've been subjected to. So, there's hope on that. And then last bit, these rumors of Vrabel stepping down and then Tomlin coming in, that might actually be a nightmare.
I don't believe it. Honestly, if Vrabel's available and he steps down, we'll hire him a year from now.
Well, that was the other thing I was thinking about. It would be so Jetsian luck that let's say we ended up getting your wish last year. We got Vrabel. He took Justin Fields as quarterback to the Super Bowl against all odds with all that luck. And then he has to step down and resign because of the scandal, and then we wouldn't have him as coach ever again. How nuts would that be? It would be so Jetsian in its own way.
I don't think he's resigning though. Why would he resign? I don't understand. His life is football. What he did was wrong, but he's still gonna be able to coach his football. His players don't care. Let's be honest. Drake, I made fun of Drake May on Twitter last night because there was a clip emerging of Drake May being asked about the Mike Vrabel. I'll pull it right here. Again, Players don't care. I'm sure they've cheated on their significant others too. I hate to say that, but I know some. I know I've been around sports. I know how this works. That happens. Like people cheat on their spouses. It's wrong, but like it's not something that's going to cost him his job. But like Drake May being asked about it, this was his answer.
For Coach, we love Coach. You know what he does for us, what he's done for us this past year. You can't speak into words, and just thankful he's our head coach, and I know he's doing some stuff off the field and out of the coaching world, but we're here for him, and I know he's going to come back.
I mean, think about it. He's talking about Mike Vrabel like he has a life-threatening illness. Like he cheated on his wife with a reporter. Like these guys don't care.
I know the players don't care, but Vrabel is a human being. Like he's got a significant challenge in his life, and to be able to be a good performer at whatever you do, you have to have the ability to focus. And it is interesting that he went into counseling, and I'm really glad that he did. And I hope that he and his family get through all of this.
He went into counseling on day 3 of the draft. Like that's supposed to be it's a PR nonsense.
You think it is?
Yeah. If it was so important, why didn't he go immediately? He waited till the 3rd day of the draft.
Yeah, I don't know. But at any rate, I do hope that he gets the help that he needs, if that's what he needs. And I would separate that from the football ability. But in the end, like no one knows what it's like to be in his shoes. So it's kind of a tricky situation. But
again, it's May. I think by September he'll be able to coach his team just fine.
I just hope the Patriots suck and that this
I hope he's terrible, and I hope he resigns and they promote Josh McDaniels, who sucked as a head coach twice, as their head coach. And we'll add Mike Vrabel to the list of great coaches the Jets could hire a year from now if it doesn't work with Glenn. We'll have Vrabel out there, Tomlin, McDermott, maybe Davis Webb if he emerges as the hot shot offensive guy. Like that's what I want. I want the Patriots to suck.
Yes, absolutely. And in terms of the championship game today, hats off to Gary. I'm still beyond impressed that he took out Bonesy. I thought that was really awesome of him and just kind of shows how beloved he is in the community. And Chef Kev, obviously, he's an institution, well-deserved. The final match, I think it's be awesome. I think what they both have in common is they never lose their cool. Chef Kev is the epitome of cool. And Gary, no matter what's thrown at him, especially the louder you get, the more upset you get, the calmer he gets, which, again, is pretty impressive considering how much pots that he stirs. So in the end, I think they're both awesome as maniacs, totally worthy of wearing the belt, and may the best bot win.
May the best bot win. Hey, the burners are going to be out and about today, folks. Get ready.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Coming up this afternoon. All right, I got time for one more call. I thought Adam was going to close, but Mr. 11-6 is on the line. Winston's up next. Hello, Winston.
Jake, you're smiling. Let's go, man.
11 wins, baby. It's happening.
Bro, listen, I said it earlier. Just hang on. You guys writing off Glenn and Muji too quick. Oh, listen, I don't even want nothing to do with Vrabel. He's a Patriot, bro. I'm that much of a Jet. I don't want a former.
I'm not writing off Muji. In fact, I like Muji. I don't have a whole lot of faith in our head coach.
Yeah, but listen, that wasn't his team. Like I said earlier, where they're putting together his guys now.
It was his team.
No. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It was his coaching staff. It was his team. They made the personnel decisions a year ago.
The coaching, yes, the coaching, but not the players.
And the players. It was his draft class. It was his free agent signings.
Most of those players are coming off of Rob Saleh, man.
He chose to retain most of them, though. He gave an extension to Jamie Sherwood, did he not? He brought in Andre Sisco. He brought in Brandon Stevens. He retained Michael Clemens and Tony Adams.
He retained some of these guys to see if they would fit. They didn't fit.
No, so he retained them because he blamed the coaching of 2024 and then said, I'm going to come in and fix it. And then he proceeded to hire the worst coaching staff in the league. But go on.
Just give it a chance, Jake.
Winston, I am giving it a chance. I'm just saying I can't say they're going to win 11 games, though. I'm not delusional.
I'm not telling you to do that. I'll stick with that. And then I'll be the biggest Jets fan.
Look, again, I hope you're right, and you become a legend in this community for being all in on 11-6.
I'm all in. I'm all in. It's just
if you're wrong though, it follows you forever. Just keep that in mind. Like people still bring up Neil's 17-0 prediction from 2 years ago.
I'm fine with it. I'm Asmaniac to the life, to the end. I'm fine with it. Asmaniac to the end, baby.
I love it. I hope you're right, Winston. I really do.
Everybody in the community, please. Chef Kev, vote Chef Kev, because Gary's a muffin to me. He's just a muffin.
He's a muffin?
Yeah, he's soft. He's sweet. He's a muffin, bro.
I've never heard that. He's a muffin.
He's a muffin, bro. So forget about that guy. Kev is the real deal. You got my vote, Kev. he's the real deal, bro. He's active. You know what I'm saying? He's active. He doesn't troll to get to the top. Gary trolls to get to the top. He's a troller, bro. So that's to me, that's a muffin. He's fake. He's corny. But anyway, I don't know. The Russell Wilson thing, I hope that never happens. God, I hope that doesn't happen. He's horrible too.
Hey,
And
Thunderlip says muffins can be hard. What if it's a stale muffin?
he's staler than stale, bro. So I don't know, man.
He's got a lot of supporters though, Winston. I mean, people love Gary.
Through trolling, bro. It's controversy, bro. People love controversy. It's through trolling, bro. He's not genuine. Kev is genuine, bro. He's a real dude. Like, he's genuine. You know, I go with the genuine stuff. So I hope the Asmaniac community, we all know that, you know, let's stay genuine, man. And he's keeping it football. He's keeping it football too. So, you know, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna always say my opinion.
I love it, Winston. Great call, man. Let's hope you're right about 11-6. All right.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Peace out, bro.
Will Chef cook in 3D? Can the boxer knock out the cook?
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to end the show, but here to break down whether or not the muffin analogy is accurate for Gary, we bring on our food expert.
Jake. Hello.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That feels better. Oh, baby.
That concludes our Jake Asman show. May Jesus love us, and may we respect the Lord as our Savior.
Oh. I know who I'm going with. The man who can do a pizza like anybody else. And I got something for my queen sitting right here. The Titanic blue heart necklace that Rose wore on that ship. It sits right here. See, this is how class is taught. See, when you work yeah, that's protecting that blue heart necklace.
No. The heart is a plastic. It's not a real diamond.
No, it's not plastic. It's the real deal. The Governor McCoy. This is the real deal.
Do you think Gary's a muffin?
He's a moron.
No, a muffin.
He's a moron.
I asked if you think he's a muffin.
Hell no, he's a moron. Always was a moron. In the words of Howard Stern's dad, he always was a moron. He'll always be a moron, and he is a moron. Bozo the Clown could do a better job than that when he goes, grand prize game. The grand prize game from the Bozo Show.
I can't see you. Get off your fat ass and come over here.
Yeah, right here.
How do you say his name?
Jack Mehoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a show. We are back this afternoon for the championship of all championships. Who's going to win? The 1 seed, Gary, 3D boxing. The 7 seed, Chef Kevin. We will find out this afternoon. Plus, a Wayne Corbett signed end zone pylon is up for grabs. Folks, that's a show. But I leave you with a video that I feel deserves to be played after a show that we just had. So sit back, bask in the glory of it, and we'll see you at 4 p.m. Let's go Jets. And Knicks. Go New York. Go New York. Go.
Hold it. Damn you. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Listen, pet dick. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I don't want to talk to you, Max. I'm talking to this guy here. Sponsored by Oil Man, the best. Do it Put on our car. I got it. Got another car. Hey. Oh, shit.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.